Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Sue Dodd. What's left over, I'll tell you, it has really been hot here in Louisiana, zone 8B. I've worked in the yard off and on just about every day, but that's what I do most of the time. I enjoy it though, but I do take a lot of breaks and drink a lot of water. I stay hydrated. So anyway, it's gonna be hard for me to really follow Sherry after all the response and the likes and the people who view the channel. And I think every one of you for it makes an old lady feel good. Anyway, come on and see what I've been doing in my garden. I don't have all of this glamour, pretty stuff. I do work hard at it and I enjoy it though, but come along with me. These impatients just gorgeous. I can't believe they filled in so much. This is a Hosta Bloom, and I'm not usually crazy about the blooms on the hostas, but that one was really pretty. This crepe myrtle came up just from a seed, and I thought, well, I'll just leave it there. I had 2 rose bushes, and it was just perfect. There are a lot of dead limbs in this tree, and today I'm going to get my pole saw and I'm going to cut them out. It would be easier with a battery operated pole saw, but I probably couldn't lift it over my head then. I've cut it enough so now I can take the hook on the end and pull it down. Well, there it goes. It's coming down. I'll tell you one thing. It is hot out here today, but not as hot as it was yesterday. I think it's only like 90 degrees. But when you saw in a limb as thick as that was and walking half a block to get around the yard, that's a pretty good chore I think I've done today. I was going to use my chainsaw, which I did. I cut some of the limb because it was so big I couldn't carry it all out. So I used this little chainsaw, but I don't know what I did. I had it in a bind, and so my chain came off. I think I can just take the tool though and tighten it back up and get that slack out of it. I hope so. I've got other things to do with it. I want to cut a crepe myrtle back. It's got some really big branches hanging low, and I would like to trim them. Of course, I can use my flopper things, but it takes a lot of muscle And I don't have all of that anymore like I used to, but I'll get it done. This is my Vitex, and it's already quit blooming. It's got seeds on it, but anyway, it has just one little bloom left, but I want to trim the bottom of these up and let it grow more into a tree and not just to the ground. These little lilies have really, really grown this year, and I just planted them like in November. I've got to weed this, and I'm going to plant, I think, narcissus in here so that I'll have irises, and then I'll have daylilies, and then the narcissus. Of course, the narcissus will bloom first. So I think it'll be pretty next year. Really can't tell how tall they are, but they're close to 4.5, maybe could even be 5 foot tall, and probably 5 foot across. This is my 3rd year with them. I put them in the garage in the wintertime. It is messy, but beats buying them again because these are the machos, and they are kind of expensive to replace, and I love them. Even though we have a wind that comes through this end, and it does blow my pots over, but they are in the dirt, and they do okay. There they are on the ground. Yes, those are gallon milk jugs, and I do drink a lot of milk. But I have got to where I save those because even though I water my flowers, I try and do it only every other day. And then when I walk out in the morning and look and one says, I'm thirsty, I just pick up the water jug and give them a big drink and perk them back up for the day. And then they can make it till tomorrow. And I just tuck them under a big plant so they're hidden out of the way. All of this water grass I got from a fellow gardener. It took me 4 trips to get it in my car, but anyway, it didn't take me too long to get it planted, but I love the curve. Of course, I already had the curve in my flower bed, but I really like the border grass. I think it's so pretty. I love this blue Althea. Another friend brought me this. In fact, she brought me a bucket with some cuttings, and I should have at least 6, and I've got about 5 planted, but then someone told me just to keep them in the bucket for a while. So I think really the ones that are in the bucket are doing better, but I do have one that's already gotten, maybe a foot or more tall now. I think I'm wrong on that name. I think this one is the Rose of Sharon because I have a white Althea and it's different. I thought this was a cute sign, and I do have ducks that come up in the lake and come up in the yard. In fact, I had the 2 ducks that came across and had 17 or 18 babies. I don't know how they ever survived around here with all the coons and the possums. But I'm not a big shopper, but I did go in Hobby Lobby and I saw this and I thought, that is cute, I need it. Here's my duck crossing. They were so cute.
May 31st.
They were up in the planter box trying to come in or peep through the dining room window. They were so cute. I think I'll call this statue Rose. My little boy reading. Don't you just love nature? This butterfly was just amazing. It hung around for like 2 days, more or less in the same area. And then the fact that I could touch it, it was just so special. I love hearing the birds in the background. It's always so peaceful. That butterfly is really liking that pugster. Well, I wonder what this little furry thing's going to turn into. I don't really think he's going to turn into a beautiful butterfly, though. This picture of my azaleas was taken in March. They were all in full bloom. That's when they bloom here. And it's so odd how things just change in 2 or 3 months. It's totally different now. Enjoy the little things in life. That's what people should do. This little slab of wood was from a tree I had cut down, and I decided to keep it, and I just bought a little cheap $5, $6 metal table to put it on, and the bark stays on. It's according to what time of year that you cut the tree. And anyway, I kept thinking I would still put resin over it, but I haven't. But I enjoy just sitting there having coffee in the morning. Talk about the simple things in life. Well, this little frog was really a simple little tiny thing. I hope he finds his way to his little frog house that's in my garden. I guess I'm really easy to entertain. He was so cute, though. I hope he finds his little frog house. This little plant is really pretty. It's called a juga or bugleweed. It is a perennial and it grows in the shade. It's a green with sort of a wine color to it. It seems to get darker in parts of it. It has a pretty blue spiked flower. I tell you, it may be hot here, but these impatients are really growing. They are so full. I think they grow overnight. These hibiscus are very hardy plants. This first one is called Very Awesome, and then the other one is Evening Rose, and I have one that's called Ballet Slipper. The pink is the Ballet Slipper. I dug out a lot of cannas so that the hydrangea would have room to grow. I did give some of those to the gardening friends and still have some left. The gerper daisy is so pretty with the creeping Jenny overflowing or trailing down the pot. It is down on the ground, and it would make a beautiful ground cover. It may choke out everything else, though. These are called firecracker plants. I got these out at Lope's Nursery in West Monroe. I went out there today to pick up 2 of the peach drip roses to replace where I dug out all of the cannas. But I know I'll probably still have cannas coming up next year too, but I don't mind a few. They were pretty. This is a really pretty color for summer and fall. Thank you for watching my channel today, and I hope you enjoyed this, and everyone have a safe weekend. There's a lot going on, a lot of people traveling and fireworks, so stay safe, and thank you for tuning in and watching my channel. I hope you will like and subscribe. Thank you.